We on?
Yeah.
Sounds like it.
Beautiful.
Yep.
Yep.
We'll start with this or that. I mean, before we get
Well,
to
we always do.
We always do.
Sounds like it's a surprise.
This or that.
This or that this week.
It's like you're commentating golf or something.
Par 5.
Beautiful shot.
This or that this week. Yarborough, so YAR
Mm.
BOR
Mm.
OUGH.
Yarborough.
Is it
Barbara.
a regional Western Victoria town
That's what I thought it sounded like.
famous for
Yep.
its Lamington recipe,
Mm.
or the name when you are dealt a hand of cards and don't get a card higher than a number 9?
Wow.
This could be best of the year, I reckon.
That is a really good one. I'm locked in.
I'm going to go to town.
I went the cards.
Rollo.
Rollo again.
I reckon Rollo's starting to work it out. So when you
I
think
know,
it
but-
sounds like something, you go the opposite.
I know the pattern. Yeah. I figured you out, Claire.
The committee, we say.
The committee. So I'm sure there's more than just Claire.
Well,
I know Harry's not involved.
I'm the chair of the committee.
We should start with you, Harry. I mean, you've played some very good games in your career, but it was
Thanks,
the equal highest bag you've kicked, 7.
Yeah.
What was your previous bag of 7? I looked it up, but I can't remember now.
It was 2021.
Right.
Early 2021.
And 21 touches, 15 score involvements.
That's the number.
That's the
that's
number,
the
isn't
big
it?
one, I reckon.
Jumps off the page.
Is that, I don't. I'm not even saying, but is that?
No, that would be among the highest of the season. Ethan's our stats man. 15 score involvements.
What even counts as scoring bombs these days?
We're going to have it by the end of the show. We'll know where that stands in
What even
2025.
counts as scoring bomb these days? Anyway,
If you're involved in the chain.
In the chain that leads to a score. It's
Yeah.
as simple as that, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it can be a bit hit and miss, can't it?
I mean,
Yeah, potentially. Yeah.
just
If the stats guy was feeling generous, he might. We'll just mark him
a
down.
simple thank you would be.
It's always arguments.
Thanks,
man. It's just-
But what a game. Yeah, I mean, and you looked from a distance, you looked like someone who was just feeling it.
Thanks, mate. Yeah, well, it was actually a really. I thought the way we played as a group was fantastic and not overly surprising in terms of. I feel like the last 3 or 4 weeks we've been playing some pretty good footy with. I don't know we've talked about it a bit, but a younger group and not necessarily clicking for 4 quarters, but showing some really good patches and for it to kind of come together on the weekend was really impressive and it was a lot of fun out there and I know obviously as a forward it's always nice when you get on the end of a few, but I thought the way even in our little group of forwards, the smalls, the pressure they put on, the selfish nature of the way we were all playing, and then midfield is dominated, which is always great and gives us a first chance look. So it was a fun day. Crowd was fun, and I think it was a nice bit of reward as a group for some solid footy over the last month, I reckon.
For sure.
Yeah, it was good.
The messages flooded in on the Ben and Harry podcast page across the socials. So let's hear a little montage of those audio messages.
Out of the pack. It is Mackay kicking a miraculous goal.
Hi, this is JC and I come from Laylaw.
Hi, Ben and Harry. It's Henry and Kieran from Cranbourne East.
Krista from Bendigo.
G'day Ben and Harry, Henry here from Rutherglen, Victoria.
Cam here from Grovedale in Geelong. No question, just good on you, Harry. Good to see you, loving your footy. You played awesome yesterday.
And this time, Big Harry has got both mitts to the pill. Big Harry for number 6. Got it. Harry Mackay's got 6 big ones.
Shout out to Harry. He played an amazing game.
How did it feel kicking 7 goals?
This for number 7, what is career high?
This would equal at JP.
7 for Big H. That is a good afternoon.
I just want to say how proud I am of you, Harry.
Just want to say you own Port Adelaide.
Can you finally admit now, Harry, that you do zoomies after you kick goals? It's pretty obvious to me that that's exactly what happens, and hopefully you can admit to it.
Here comes Mackay having a very good afternoon. Absolutely drilled.
JB's been calling them
Were
all.
you tired after the game? By the way, we're brothers, not twins.
Lovely game from you, mate. Keep it up. Go Blues.
Keep up the good work, buddy.
Go Baggers.
Go Blues.
But Carlton have won by 54 points here at Marvel Stadium.
There you go.
Yeah, went a little long in the end.
Well, you kicked 7. It was
JB had a lot of involvements there, and
yeah, JB calling the socks off it for Triple M over the weekend.
no, thank you everybody. That was lovely.
No, but you did it feel like you're in some sort of, what was it called? It's like that Zen mode where it was all just clicking, because it feels like when you're up and about, you're flushing them and you're taking big contested marks, and it's just the whole Harry Mackay game clicks together.
I guess to a degree. I don't necessarily think it's anything super different where it's like you're in some weird mode that happens once in a blue moon. It sounds.
Sorry, I didn't mean it like that.
No, I mean more like it's still very 4 quarters are still really hard, and like it's not like you walk up and like what an easy game. Like it was definitely walked off being like that was a tough game. Like you're doing everything.
Yeah.
Sure, there's some games where the ball falls your way or whatever it is, but no, it's generally one of those games where I think everyone was so in the moment around what we wanted to bring as a teammate and what we wanted to value, that it was nearly, you looked at the scoreboard at the end of the day and it was like, oh, we're 60 points up, and those are the stats at the end of the game. So it was a really fun afternoon, and the games where you're putting a lot of fulfillment and energy and celebration into the other teammates, that's way more fulfilling than when you get on the end of a goal. So as I said, it was a fun afternoon.
This is year 3 of doing this podcast, and we've been in here where you've had issues with your goal kicking, I think it's fair to say, but then you kicked 7-0, which is something that I know the Triple M team were huge on, because for players to have the yips and then find a way to get over it is a credit to you, I think. Do you feel like, you're obviously still going to have a bad miss every now and then, but did it feel like you've kind of brushed those demons off?
I think we've talked about it a few times. Goal kicking's like one of those things that you never fully master. I think Tom Hawkins, I don't want to get his quote wrong, but I think he said, doesn't matter how long you've been playing, like goal kicking is something you never fully grasp, perfect. Yeah, there's always like little tinkers, and I think that's absolutely true. So, I said before, I think you have some days where you kick well and some days you don't, but if you have a routine that you can commit to every time, then you give yourself the best chance. So, and then more likely than not, they go through. So, yeah.
Nice. This is one from Mitchell. I haven't heard this yet, but I know what the question involves, and it was the first thing I was going to ask when I saw you guys. So I'm really happy about this. Go, Mitchell.
Mitchell from Pakenham. Just want to know if Harry thinks he plays better with his beard shaved off. I think science would prove he does.
Now, I was also watching the Friday night game, and Ben, you appeared in the crowd at the Bombers game, and then you were suddenly clean shaven, which I hadn't seen. I feel like I haven't seen either of you in months. With the clean shave.
It's a big deal, isn't it? I look 17. It's crazy.
You honestly both suddenly look like early 20s again, and then
it's fascinating.
But what did you tell each other you were doing it the same day?
No, I didn't even realize Ben had a shaved beard until I saw him 20 minutes ago. So,
is that telepathy kicking in?
Might be.
I got to a stage. I reckon it was Tuesday last week, and I was like, I'm over it, and I just went bang. So,
well, I was Wednesday. Yeah,
it was one of those days.
Wow.
Midweek.
It's on the same page.
Wow,
it is amazing. So when I walked into the club the next day, it's amazing how people think like I look so much younger, and they're like, "Oh my god, you look 15." Like it's crazy how different we look.
Yeah, 100%. Everyone's you look like a baby a bit when we don't have a beard.
Do you think you play better? To follow up on Mitchell's question.
Oh,
you can't deny it.
Not really. I don't know.
Clean shave.
It's worth an experiment.
Maybe if you look younger, feel younger, cover the ground better.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Something like that.
This was another question I was going to ask you as well, Harry. This is from Wes.
This is Wes from Abbotsford. Harry, do you count your goals as you kick them? Go Blues.
So if you came off the ground and I quizzed you, just gun to your head, how many goals did you kick? Do you know?
For the day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I think like a goal it's different to like disposals.
Oh, for sure.
Where it's quite a larger, less kind of, it happens
it's
less
not as
regularly.
Significant.
Yeah.
Like the game stops when you kick a goal. And
yeah.
But like, would you know at every change how many goals you're on?
Well, yeah, I think, but usually it's only like a handful. So it's like if you've kicked 2 goals, like I think you know you kicked 2 goals. Like, I'm sure if you kick maybe 20, you might be like, oh, is that 19 or 20?
Yeah,
Haven't really been in that scenario. So, but yeah, I'm sure most forwards would know how many goals they kicked.
Because you hear from like cricketers, and they can just run you through every wicket they've ever bowled, and they can.
Yeah,
crazy.
Have you seen clips of LeBron, and he can like
he's crazy. Hey, with
talk
his,
through every play that
Really?
happened in the game. Do you have any? What's your memory like, Ben? When you walk off,
not that good. Yeah, I think there's just moments. I reckon like there'd be times where you had no idea, and you watch a little clip from the game on broadcast, and like, oh my god, I didn't realize that had happened. Or so I think your memory, comes and goes a little bit. But I couldn't tell you multiple things that happened 5 years ago, 6 years ago.
Really? I can remember just about everything, I reckon.
How specific have you been here? Though? Like
we have quizzed you and been like, oh, you kicked 3 against West Coast, and then you're like, oh yeah, that would have been, and then you've named the round.
But not even goals. I could remember I remember not even even disposal, but like moments, like contests. I can remember a lot of stuff. I've got a good memory, but yeah.
Yeah, but again, it's how specific you've been. Like you probably can't remember how many touches you would have had 6 years ago in round 17. Like that's not.
Imagine if you just got it.
Yeah.
Well, what was the round? I reckon. Can we have a guess?
Oh wow. Okay. Do you want me to pick a random game?
Yeah.
All right. This is a good test. All right. I'm just searching. Ethan has, by the way, provided the stat, which I'll get to in a second, for the score involvements. It's very impressive. You should suddenly care a lot more about score involvements, Harry. I'm going to go back to 2020. That was your Coleman year?
Nah.
Or
that
21?
Was the hub year.
Hub year. So should I pick a different year?
No, you can do that. I don't mind.
Round 13, the Gold Coast.
Yeah, I remember that well. We were in Darwin. I reckon I missed I had a lot of shots. I can kick 2 goals 5.
And how many touches?
I wouldn't be that. Maybe 12 or 13 or something.
You had 13, kicked 2-4.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
Pretty close.
That's pretty good. Do you want to have a go, Ben? All right,
go for it.
I just remember that game, for example. I remember walking off being like, God, I had a lot of shots. I should have kicked more. Yeah. And that's kind of why that's
is Darwin a tricky.
And we had a really good win, and it was a really cool vibe game.
Yeah.
I remember that was a really fun game.
All right, I'll go the same year for you, Ben, to keep the experiment. And I'll go round 13 as well. So you played Collingwood. North Melbourne against Collingwood, round 13, 2020.
Was that at Adelaide Oval?
Oh, do you want me to look? It was at the Gabba. That's a bad start.
Sorry, going.
I can tell you had no shots.
All right. Sure. I'm going to say 8.
You had 10.
He knew that, but he was just understanding.
That's right. I do remember.
It's hard. I feel like a defender's game is harder to remember.
I do remember that now. Yeah, I do.
You remember the game?
Yep, I do.
Yeah, nice. And then finally, I was going to get to that stat. So Ethan has provided our stats man, of course, for Red Z Learning. 15 score involvements is the equal second most in a game. Is that for this year, Ethan, or all time? This year. And 17 is the most. Tim English had it against Port in round 8. Right. And so you've equaled Anderson, LDU, Holmes, Green, and Sheasel.
Cool. What's the most ever in a game?
I'll leave that for...
What's the most ever in a game?
Ethan in the Red Z Learning.
Oh, we don't know.
We don't. 27? Oh, my God.
Who had that?
You're miles off.
No, I wasn't.
DVJ in 20... Oh, Stevie J. I was like,
DVJ.
Who's DVJ? Stevie J. Wow. What a player.
But he must have had a few when he kicked those games of 30 and stuff, surely.
What about Harry Sheasel?
Oh, how cool.
54 touches.
Shees.
Good on
Shees, man.
It was one of those I caught the last minute of that, maybe 2 minutes, and they were saying that he's got the equal most record. It was one of those moments, similar to the Saints game when Nazai kicked that goal. I was glued to the TV, can he get another touch? Can he get another touch? It was really cool.
It's like no one knew... or no one was as desperate as I wanted them to be. I was like, just a little cheeky 1-2 with him.
Even one of the young guys was having a shot and I was like, shit, just wrap it around and give him the ball. This will never you'll be the most disposals of all time ever.
You're up by 50.
Yeah, the game's done. Over. You're 60 points up. Just wrap around.
Who was the cricketer who fell short of the all-time record, and he got some feedback for that? It was only recently.
The South African guy.
Yeah. It's similar to that. He's known now for not going on with it instead of getting 360 or whatever.
Yeah, well, Mark Taylor did that. He retired early, short of the Dons record.
Yeah.
So we also had this message from Zach, which I think is a Mulder is who we're talking about. This is from Zach, and it's a bit more earnest. Just a thank you to you, Harry.
What's going on, fellas? It's Zach from Carlton, and Harry, I just thought I'd ask you, mate, how it felt to be out there enjoying your footy again. You've been a big inspiration for me. I've been struggling with mental health in sport as well, so yeah, I just wanted to know how you're enjoying your footy again and keep doing what you're doing, mate.
Thanks, Zach.
That's awesome.
Yeah, good on you, mate, for writing in. Yeah, no, absolutely enjoying footy at the moment, and yeah, I think it's always nice to, as I said, when we're winning and whatnot. But yeah, I think the beauty about footy is you're always around really good people, and I'm sure for anyone that's struggling or going through a bit of a tough time, there's so many people there that care, and yeah, being able to chat to them, whether it's big, small, in between, I think always helps when you have people around you, and there's always so many people that care, whether you kind of know it or not. So yeah, I hope you're doing okay, mate, and if we can help at all, let us know.
That's awesome. Nice. Ben, comeback trail. You're running now as of last week.
Yeah, I main trained today, Rollo, which was
Main
good fun.
train?
Wow.
Yeah, so I did the whole session, which was good.
That's great. So is that, like, there's no hint of rehab in that at all? You're just a player?
Just to do more? You have to do more.
Let's say 90%. There was one part I couldn't do, and then I had to do a top-up bit at the end. But
yeah,
in terms of start to finish, it was 95% normal. So we were saying that today. It's amazing how it's just nice to chase the ball around, and you have your teammates, and you're making decisions, and you're not worrying about your foot at all. So it's amazing how good your body feels when you're just sort of worrying about something else. And yeah, it was nice to be back out there. And I hadn't really trained with a lot of those guys because, I was injured when we did the mid-season draft, and, I hadn't really trained much with some of those boys. So yeah, it was nice to at least get that one under the belt, and yeah, just mentally be able to, do a whole session. Although it wasn't much because we had a 6-day break. So yeah, it was nice to, still be out there and feel like you're a part of it again.
Are you categorically ruling yourself out of the Mackay Cup Thursday night? It's very soon.
When are the teams out?
Well, I mean, it's Wednesday for a Thursday game, I think.
Yeah. No, I'd be very
Hope he plays. He sounds like he's very underdone, so throw him out there.
Harry
please.
sniffs another bag.
No, it'd be pretty unlikely, but I think, yeah, it was nice to train again at least.
Yeah, for sure.
Why didn't you say obviously not going to play?
Well, read the room.
I don't think anyone's sitting there being like, oh, actually, is he going to play? Anyway.
But then there's another game after that. Then you got another
the
6-day break into a Wednesday.
That would be more likely probably, but again.
That'd be awesome if you could come back for one.
Yeah, I agree. That'd be sick.
Yeah, especially, again, I haven't played with so many of those guys. So
Because literally, like, it doesn't really matter how you pull up to a degree in terms of you don't have another game to prepare for. Like, if you like DOMS or sore or whatever, like, it's not like you got to back up 6 days later.
Yeah. I think it was such a brave performance against the Saints. I mean, it's so well documented, the injury crisis at the Bombers. And I don't know if you've heard much of the media about this Gold Coast game, and everyone's kind of just written off the Bombers as, they'll be checked out. They're going to send up, basically half a VFL team.
Yeah.
Is it like a badge of honour for you guys in the four walls? Like, no, we really want to have a good crack at this one.
It's also a bit strange because, like, we finish, a week, 5 days later than everyone else. So it's like, there's also something in your mental space. It's like, well, we're still playing almost, like, obviously not quite, the next week as a final, but it's something mentally just like, you're not done when everyone else is done. So, yeah, it is. I think any opportunity to go up there and play against a top 8 team would be exciting. And I think the VFL finished last week, so guys will be trying to work back into the team, and should be a really healthy environment the next 10 days to sort of push. And no matter what the circumstance of the year is, it's always important to try and play no matter where you are. So, but I think, who knows? They might have to win to qualify.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
All of a sudden there's a lot on the line, and I suppose it'd be really enjoyable to ruin their party a bit. So we'll see how we go.
Yeah, big Ben King in form might be a nice challenge for you.
Absolutely. We'll see how we go.
Finish the season. And the other big footy news, which broke today, was Nazai Wanganeen-Miller. Do you have any reaction to that? 2 more years at the Saints, he becomes the first $2 million player in the AFL. So
well, we don't know that.
We don't know for certain, but I think we can. Do you know the numbers that were reported about his Port offer?
No.
I think it was 12 years at 2.5 a year. I think
must be nice.
One of the numbers.
Yeah.
Insane money that's been thrown around. But how good seeing a guy even if it is just for 2 more years, staying loyal to the club that drafted him. Do you think that's...
Yeah, I think it's awesome. Good on him.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think obviously he's an amazing player. He's probably be right. I don't even know what the Brownlow what the go is this year, but I'm sure he'd be up there and one of the best players in the comp. So I think anytime a player re-signs with a club that's drafted with them, I think it's always a feel-good story. So good day for Saints fans.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Big day for Saints fans. Twinners.
Ben and Harry's.
I'm so excited for this.
Winners.
Birds often think I'm a tree.
And losers.
Mandarins. I just love them. I'm mandarins at the moment. I'll go first.
Mando, you got us?
Mando.
When do you reckon another fruit, or
a
food?
Actually, I've been having kiwi fruit a little bit recently. Yeah.
Not twinner-worthy, or it's more...
No, it's just a comment.
Yeah.
No, mine's wholesome a little bit. A couple of our players and AFLW players went into the Royal Children's Hospital last week and saw some kids. So it really was an enjoyable moment, and it's it puts everything into perspective for sure. So that was really nice that the club organised that and could put a smile on a few kids' faces.
Yeah, it's great. Good win for the AFLW girls and
it was
from Essendon as well.
Yeah, it was absolutely. They did really well. So. We saw them, I think it was on the Wednesday or Thursday, so there's a few of them there, a few of our boys. So, I think for an hour or so there, you really just forget all your worries and can just chat to a kid who's doing it tough. So, I really enjoy doing that stuff for sure.
Nice. Yeah, I've got a couple because one, a bit of a wholesome one. The AFLW season opener on Thursday night was awesome. And
you were there, weren't you?
Yeah, we were there. Yeah, pretty much the whole club was there. Great game of footy. We played really well. Great ambience and atmosphere.
Yeah.
It was just a really cool night. So shout out to the Carlton W team for a great start to the year. And it was a fun night. And then slightly different one, but just do you reckon is there a better feeling than when there's a trivia game show on and you answer the question and you get it right before and someone's even just before it's, what's the game called
the chase
or something like that and they ask a question then you kind of real subtly be the answer is that and then they get it right and I reckon there's a better feeling you feel so good about yourself and especially when you say it real subtly it's has to be Paris and then it's Paris. I reckon it's the best feeling.
Yeah, you should apply.
Yeah.
Go on.
I actually got majority of them right.
You were on one, were you?
I've been on the chase, yeah.
You did quite poorly from memory.
No, I did quite well.
Oh, you did?
No. Until the final chase. The wheels fell off.
But that's the key part.
Did you win any money?
No.
I reckon anyone can be good at the chase before.
No. I nailed round one.
But that's not what really matters.
Doesn't mean nothing.
And then round two, I ticked the box. I got through.
Why didn't you go for the higher one? Why doesn't no one ever go for the higher one? It's one question
I
above
bitched it. Yeah. I should have.
Yeah.
They offered me 50.
Why wouldn't you go for that?
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, it is a good feeling.
Yeah.
Look at you two.
You should hear my final. I absolutely was humming. I got 12 right.
You're how easy is it?
And I reckon the chaser was getting nervous. And then I reckon I got 2 more for the next.
How many were you
and a half?
Was it just you on the final chase?
No, it was me and a lady called Jerry.
Right.
And she didn't even get a look.
You had to
in.
carry.
I hogged the buzzer. I was actually it was quite cruel of me.
Right.
I should have.
You were getting them wrong and you saw it.
I was just getting them wrong. She didn't even get a look in. Anyway,
it's when the chaser gets one wrong and they throw it to the, you can get whatever it's called.
The
and
redemption.
It's I'm sure you would have been you wouldn't even ask her what the answer was, but you would just be answer this.
It's true. It was I remember a question. One of those was Chris Bosch played which American sport? I was Jerry, it's basketball.
Yeah.
There's no point.
Sometimes they huddle up and talk about it. You would say basketball.
Losers. I reckon you guys would agree with this. Why do companies make jars to open so hard, like a tortilla salsa or something like that? That's seriously hard to open.
Because they're a big width too. They're hard to
it's
wrap your
incredible.
hand around.
Obviously we're probably all right, but imagine an elderly person. They probably wouldn't be able to open it.
Be cooked.
Yeah,
it
grinds my gears.
If the two of you are finding a jar a challenge.
Well, I'm not saying it's a challenge. Don't lump me into that.
No, but you can agree, surely.
Surely you've found one jar hard in your life.
Why do they insist on making it so tight? I would love to know.
Yeah.
There's some jars that are, a little bit, but you can open them pretty easily. But there's some are just rock hard.
Not sure, mate.
No, I'm with him.
No,
I'm with him.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's an age old?
And
It's an age old thing.
And it's
isn't it?
thinking about the other people in the community
He's
as well.
thinking about, he's empathising.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
You've got the Justin Bieber hoodie on, by the way. Have you enjoying the latest album?
Yeah, I
Didn't
do
you
like
cut ties with?
Sorry?
Didn't you cut ties with that brand?
With Drew?
Yeah,
It's his own brand.
I think he did. I could be wrong,
Cut
but I
ties?
read somewhere
He made it.
Oh,
He
I
cut
thought
ties
it was-
with it.
I thought it was his.
He made it, so
Yeah. I read somewhere he cut ties with it.
Yeah.
do you like his album?
I haven't heard a lot of it. I only know Daisies.
Daisy's good, yeah.
Yeah.
Yukon is a good song.
Yeah, I should get into it.
Yeah, you listen to Yukon and give me some feedback next week if you like it.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
It'll be a
It's good.
winner or a loser.
Yeah, yeah. My loser is, might just be me, but whenever you're doing washing and you're folding your washing, there's always an odd sock.
Yeah.
I just,
Oh,
I
hang
reckon
on,
something
hang on.
happens.
Just before we get to
thank
socks,
you.
is this...
Yeah, correct.
Oh, wow. He's exited the brand.
You can-
Co-founded.
You can apologise whenever you
Oh,
want.
I know.
Well, he's a
C-
founder.
credit
We were
to you.
right.
Just acknowledge you were wrong. Anytime now.
When you like, Harry.
I'm reading the article.
You saw the headline. That's all you needed to know.
Oh, no,
Headlines
you
can
got-
be misleading,
you got-
mate.
You got to read more than the headline. I agree with that.
The headline says he's cut ties.
That surprised me. I didn't realise...
It's a big backflip, isn't it? Don't waste your money on Drew House.
Oh, are you disappointed now that you're wearing something
Yeah,
that's
it's
not
right.
Bieber
Maybe it's gone down in
affiliated?
value, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and Taylor's new album. We haven't even discussed that.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
awesome, wasn't it? Yeah.
Do you reckon we should try and get her on our podcast? It might be good for numbers.
Might
Do you
help
see
a
the
little bit.
insanity of like how
Oh, my
crazy.
God.
it's crazy? Good on her. She spoke so well as well.
Yeah.
I haven't listened to a little bit of it, but
We're talking about the Kelsey podcast.
Yeah.
New Heights, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Anyway, socks. Were
We've always seen socks. No, there's always
Got an odd
there's
sock.
always odd
They
socks.
suck, don't they?
Don't you
That
reckon?
must suck, yeah.
They do though. It's frustrating.
Where does it happen? How does it happen? Something with a dryer, I reckon,
It's like
it just holds them.
I didn't just
How it
wear
happens.
one day.
Yeah.
Like
How it
did-
happens, you lose one sock.
Oh no.
But where?
Yeah, where do they go?
What stage of the
Oh,
process?
Yeah.
But then, is there a better feeling than when like you get to the bottom and it's the perfect match?
You and your better feelings.
What's better, getting the chase?
I reckon
right,
they're on par.
or reuniting socks.
It's on par.
You can't split them.
Yeah.
It's a little sidebar winner. Did you see the Wallabies? I mean, you guys probably didn't grow up with rugby union much, but
Nah.
they had not won in Johannesburg for 62 years. And they were down 22-0 after 20 minutes and then scored the next 6 tries unanswered and knocked off South Africa, who are the best in the world.
Yeah.
So it's
I saw a little bit
one
of
of
it,
the
yeah.
most famous Wallabies wins of all time. I just wanted
Yeah.
to acknowledge it.
Nice. That's your twinner?
That's my twinner.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Fair enough.
Hockey stick update. This is exciting. So
Yep.
we had CJ from Mount Gambier who's been providing us with the fact that there are no left-handed hockey sticks, which we were blown away by. But then we can't quite understand why that is. And so I think CJ is now going to explain.
Hey lads, CJ from Mount Gambier here again. Just thought I would help try and confirm for Harry from last week's episode. So with the left-handed hockey stick situation, they only make right-handed ones due to the safety concern, because every player plays with a right-handed stick. Therefore, there is a safe side of a person's body when they are taking a shot for them and the person trying to tackle them, if that makes sense. So, if there was a left-handed stick and a right-handed stick, players and umpires wouldn't know which side is the safe side.
I'll get it.
So it's like
Cheers,
predictable.
lads. Go Dons.
So in theory, they could all be left-handed sticks as well. and it would
Yeah,
be
I'm
the same.
assuming it's just the majority of
it's just
Yeah.
as long
who's
as
got
everyone's got
more.
the same thing.
Yeah, yeah.
So as a left-hander, do they use it as a right-hander or do they flip it upside down?
Use it a right hand, probably.
And they use it
Like,
inside out, you know?
If you just refer to my diagram.
Think of like a
here.
golf club.
So if they're going that way and they're going that way, and they've both got right-handed sticks, the two sticks are meeting. But if one of them had a left-handed stick, their bodies would collide.
Yeah.
I think that's part of it as well.
But yeah.
Anyway,
Doesn't make a whole lot of sense, does it? But
No.
I'm sure they trialled left-handed sticks, and it just got a bit dangerous. Questions.
Anyway.
We've had so many messages already, so we'll just do this one from Aaron.
G'day, boys. Aaron from Rockhampton here. I just had a question about your go-to things at the bakery. Like, what is your go-to pastry and also your go-to treat? Yeah. All right. Great game on the weekend too, Harry, and yeah, I was very proud of you. Go Blues.
Thanks,
Nice,
Aaron. Good man.
Favorite. We'll start with favorite treat. I assume maybe that's a savoury.
Yeah. What does caramel slice count?
That's probably more pastry. Oh no, that's not a pastry, is it? No,
I was thinking
a sausage roll. I'd love a sausage roll.
I think it's like either a pie sausage roll and then like a sweet.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah, I'd say meat pie.
But what kind of meat pie? We're just
Just a-
going
just a classic.
like
Just
a
a classic.
black pepper, or
No, just like a classic.
just a classic.
Think of the most basic one you can get.
Yeah,
No.
just beef.
Beef stewed up in whatever it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bit of gravy.
Yeah.
Are
And
you
then-
the same, Ben?
No,
You-
I'd probably go a sausage roll just ahead of a pie. Yeah.
Yeah. Fair
Then-
enough.
then
No,
I'll go-
I'm not. That's a fair call.
Hey,
Like,
they're great.
you can flip a coin, really.
It's Federer and a duck.
Yeah. Correct. And then probably.
Oh,
my voice.
oh, Jesus Christ!
It's happened twice now.
He is 15 again. So.
Yeah,
I'm hitting
you've
puberty.
shaved.
Caramel slice.
Caramel. I've never loved a caramel.
How do you not like a caramel?
great.
Do you want me to make my famous
Oh,
ones?
yeah, please.
No.
I'll bring him in for you.
Just convert me.
Oh, I can. Made a pretty good batch the other day.
No, it wasn't that good. I can just say
Rocky Road.
Yeah, Rocky Road. Any type of cookie I'd go for. I reckon.
Oh, okay, that's good.
What type of cookie do you reckon?
Choc
like?
chip, probably. Double choc or something.
Do you reckon Subway are the goat cookies?
Oh my god!
That's about it. Yeah.
Went to Subway today, and the cookies came fresh out of the oven. I
Oh,
nearly
nothing
bought
better.
10 of them.
What's better
When
feeling?
they flop, they flop a bit. They're so soft. Yeah.
What's better feeling?
That's
The
the right
chase,
terminology.
the socks, or the new cookies at Subway?
No better feeling.
Is there a better feeling, Harry? You reckon?
It's all about appreciating the little things in life, Ben.
Did you have like a local bakery in Warragul that was like a
I
good
think.
country
There's
style
a-
bakery?
yeah, there's a couple.
There's a
That was like the old treat we did to get like a pie and a sausage roll like Dad would bring. So, funnily enough, one day we were young and I think it was a Sunday and Dad was like, "Oh, I'll go out and get some pies and sausage rolls for lunch." And he took like an hour and a half. Like, what the hell was going on with Dad? He comes back and he's carrying like a little puppy, our puppy Bingo.
Oh.
So he went and randomly got a dog. I'm like, "Oh, it's great, but have you got the pies and sausage rolls?" Like, we're starving. And he didn't bring him. He didn't get them. So we were flat as they didn't have pie and sausage roll.
What an idiot.
Yeah, I know. I was like, it's pretty, yeah. I'm not sure what he was thinking. But
Swing and a miss.
Yeah, happy about bingo though, sure.
wow, I mean, we would have been happy if it was pies and sausage rolls as well.
And
Yeah, so
MJ's got a good idea. If you have a local bakery that you think deserves a shout out, because we're talking best pies, best sausage rolls,
yeah.
get in touch. I reckon we'll try and find.
Yeah, if you want to send them in, like, we could do a taste
Oh,
test or
yeah.
something in the off season. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
I like that
But
idea.
I
Good
would be curious to know because it's I'll stop into a country town if it's.
but
got a
every
famous
country
bakery.
town thinks they have the best.
Yeah,
don't they? That's the
exactly.
thing.
Yeah.
So I kind of like.
Yeah.
Everyone's really proud of their own.
Yeah, it gets
sausage roll.
competitive.
Yeah.
Nice.
good. Yeah, we'll put it on socials and you can comment on the video or something.
Yeah, good call.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Best pie in Victoria, best bakery.
Or sausage roll.
Where are our socials, Ben?
Oh, I had to go to last time and you guys shot me down. So
You could have just gone for it. You didn't have to do the big spin.
No, because I know what it's like.
He hasn't really got the craft still, has he?
It's knowing your worth.
Lack
you know,
of craft.
It's knowing your worth and you guys are just going to...
Oh,
I can't win.
I'm pretty supportive.
Oh, no, you're not. No, you're not. No.
Where are our socials, Harry?
Not sure.
Insta, TikTok.
Oh, sorry, mate. Yeah, Instagram
Oh,
and TikTok at Ben and Harry podcast. Actually, that actually hasn't changed in 4 years.
No.
So
Hey,
believe it or
we're
not.
first
We might
time
have a
listener.
new listener.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
stating.
why are you the Grinch like that?
I'm stating that it hasn't changed. Send us a DM.
Yep.
Hit the bell, whatever that does, and go Blues.
Jesus, we need some work on that.
No, it's perfect.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Right.
Right. See you
Well,
later.
That's right.